Recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast. The views expressed on this program are the opinions of the hosts. Listeners are encouraged to follow the show on Twitter at AAN_pod or at theallaboutnothing.com. You can email the show at theallaboutnothing.com. You may also call and leave the show a message at 803-672-0533. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast. Trent Clark, Zach King, Barrett Gruber, thank you for joining us. That's right. We want to remind everybody that we are recording live from the G.O.T. Sound Studios here in Columbia, South Carolina. This is potentially one of our last weeks here.
It is.
Neek the Geek.
New digs.
In the process of upgrading studio.
That's Stefan.
So we'll be moving. Was that one?
Yeah.
That was
He's
that.
out of here. He's gone.
That's how it happens.
He's beeping now, though.
It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
You planning to watch Super Bowl?
Why not, man?
Sunday.
Watching
at
the Super Bowl?
Tampa Bowl.
Tampa Bowl.
Y'all have any picks?
Yes. I think the Chiefs will do it again.
You think the Chiefs are going to pull it off?
Hey, look, man. Nobody ever has home field advantage when it comes to Super Bowl.
Even when you have...
Well, it's the first time ever.
So what I'm saying is, Tom Brady, it's written. It's written, man. He will become the greatest player ever tonight.
I think he's already achieved that.
Yeah, he's the best quarterback, undeniably.
But
he's not the best quarterback in the game.
The Patriots had him. It looked like it was all about the Patriots of how they run their team.
Agreed.
Now that Tom has went to a different team and did that same exact thing.
Not yet.
No, but
Patriots,
even if he doesn't win tonight, it's still shooting. It's still saying, Bill Belichick, I didn't need you.
The Patriots wouldn't have had 5 losses getting there, though.
That's true. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how much attention I'm going to get. I honestly don't know if I'm going to even remotely watch it.
You're going to watch it.
I may watch the end. It starts at 6:30.
There's commercials.
Okay, you know what?
But it ain't even commercials this year. It is the weekend.
What?
The weekend
Is on the commercials?
Is this the same as like Army Hammer?
No, this is the actual weekend. We'll be performing the halftime show.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is you're watching this year's Super Bowl for the weekend and the weekend only.
His new album was hot too. I liked it.
They snuffed him with the Grammys, man. They said they couldn't give him Grammys if he's gonna do the Super Bowl.
Really?
Basically.
That was their cutoff.
That's Trent's inside conspiracy theory.
I mean, that's basically what they did, man.
The new studio may actually have a real nice board, a pegboard with all the twine tied between yarn.
We'll need a new segment where we check in with your conspiracy board.
Oh yeah, I'm like, well, this week we moved this aliens over here. Aliens, buddy.
The world is controlled by the banks.
Lizard people, QAnon.
Yeah, the what is it? The money is a Ponzi scheme. The Fed's a Ponzi scheme.
In 5 years, money will not be nothing.
You're like, virtual currency is the future. Bitcoin.
Okay.
Dogecoin.
Let's get real. Let's get real.
All right,
we got to get real.
Go for it.
Here we go down the rabbit hole.
We have to because this is real facts, though.
Let me get a little. There we go.
Okay, here we go. So, I usually go to this gas station that's right beside my job.
Mm-hmm.
It is an Indian gas station. You know, just a regular day. I look to the side, and a new ATM popped up.
Okay.
A Bitcoin ATM.
What?
Seriously?
Seriously. It says your minimum can be 10,000 that you can get out of a Bitcoin ATM. That is the new minimum. Like I mean, not minimum, excuse me, the maximum.
Well, I'm assuming you could do both.
You could potentially draw $10,000 out of this ATM.
Yes.
Where is this ATM located?
Shop Road.
Any cameras?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they actually
gotta be full.
like now you're saying that they have a new camera that's faced directly at this Bitcoin machine.
Oh.
So they know exactly who's getting that money.
Wait, is it
ATM.
only Bitcoin, or you can use?
It's a Bitcoin ATM.
That's odd. I mean, like, I assume there would probably be more of these
They're about to pop up.
Bitcoin ATMs, but
I'm telling you.
what does a Bitcoin look like?
It's gold and it has like a little B on it.
And so if you have literally one Bitcoin, you have whatever the fluctuating value of that is.
Yes.
That's alarming.
And on top of that, what the home screen for the ATM says what Bitcoin is worth that day.
Oh, okay.
So it actually tells you, if you do have one of those Bitcoins, what that one Bitcoin is worth this day.
So if I potentially wanted...
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I'm just saying that seems like a waste of a fucking machine.
Like, how many people have Bitcoin?
You never know.
And
Look, Shaq became one of the richest people because he had Bitcoin. He had like 10,000 in Bitcoin.
I thought it was because he played in college.
Well, yeah,
I'm pretty sure the NBA probably helped with that.
But he had 10,000 in Bitcoin that he just bought and just set aside. He didn't even know, like, think about. And
interesting.
His accountant came back and was like, "Yo, it's a little bit higher than what we thought."
It's $1 billion.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I still have a hard time wrapping my head around the whole idea of cryptocurrencies and whatnot. It just, the fact that it exploded within the last
that quick
5 years.
Well, yeah, and it's only worth what you say it's worth.
Right.
And it's only a certain amount of Bitcoin.
And I still don't understand. Like, I could set up a computer at home to mine for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But I don't understand what it is I'm doing. Like,
no,
nobody does.
Is it just essentially
somebody has to understand.
I'm selling out computer processing so that somebody will pay me for the computer processing that's essentially going on.
Which is crazy.
Is that what it is?
I think so. I mean, ultimately, I'm not really sure.
It seems so weird because it's like, oh, that's my mining rig, and you're just like, what? Yeah, that's
all it does.
What is mining? What are
you mining?
Yeah.
I think essentially, I believe, and I could be completely wrong, and I'm 100% certain someone's going to fact check me, but I feel like you're essentially giving processing time to some corporation or whoever it is that these Bitcoin value is coming from.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what's going on.
So you turn your computer into a whore for people to use for a while, and
yeah,
pay you
leave the money on the dresser
in fractions of a percent.
I guess. Hey, good news this week.
What's that?
COVID-19 is now the leading cause of death in the United States.
Oh,
heart disease.
Take that, cancer.
Yeah, heart disease, cancer, vehicular deaths have dropped below, or they haven't dropped. They're just below what COVID-19 is.
People are getting in a lot of wrecks lately.
You see, Andy Reid's son drunk driving ran into the back of a disabled vehicle and
Good night.
injured the children that were in it.
And that's awful.
The 5-year-old is in the ICU.
Oh, that is terrible.
And his son is like assistant linebackers coach or whatever, and this is not his first DUI from what I understand.
That's awful. I hate that. I mean, and not only not for the family. For the family, of course, that injured Andy Reid's family, of course, as well, because no one wants to do that. But a DUI,
yeah.
I mean,
What about that picture with the guy from the White Sox? Then the manager, he had like a DUI, his second DUI, and the team kept him on, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
his
I'd have
name.
to look that up.
Yeah.
I know Andy Reid's son. I saw that and I was like, you dickhead. Like,
yeah.
Good night, dude.
But yeah, we reached 462,600 deaths this weekend in less than 12 months. So
It's crazy.
that is the quickest the United States has ever reached a death total for one single thing. And I know people are going to argue. They're going to say, well, they didn't just die of COVID-19. They died of something else along with COVID-19, or that it exacerbated
and it didn't help.
Yeah, exactly. They probably would not have died if not for COVID-19. Like, there's the potential someone would have died.
It was
from
the final
pneumonia.
state.
Yeah, it was the nail in the coffin. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe we're rounding, unless of course the Super Bowl parties. People are going to go to Super Bowl parties. I'm not. You're not.
Nah.
You're not.
No.
But
this is the Super Bowl. Don't you see how we're dressed?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Baseball, Columbia Fireflies.
Oh, wait.
And you're drinking.
Woodbridge.
And that's a polo hoodie.
Oh, no, man. So slight.
It's a polo hat.
I think it's USPA, maybe.
It's got a P on it.
It's a joke, man. I'm joking.
It's like a plaid P.
Right.
Plaid P. I like it.
So, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and there are some interesting facts to go with it being Super Bowl Sunday, and we can get into it now if you want.
Come on with it.
Let's go.
Give me some
So
facts,
Kansas City
baby.
and Tampa Bay, of course, are playing. They're kicking off tonight. Raymond James Studio. Essentially, it's a studio. There's
Rick
not a
James
huge crowd.
Stadium.
Yes, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. This is the first Super Bowl to be played in a home stadium of one of the teams. In this case, Tampa Bay. Only the Rams and I put the Giants. San Francisco, not the Giants. The 49ers.
No.
I did write down the Giants though. Told you just how big a fan I am of San Francisco. So
That's crazy.
I've been to the Giants Park.
Yeah, have you?
Mm-hmm.
The new one?
No, there was
Candlestick?
the one before it. The is it? No, Candlestick was the football stadium, wasn't it?
I thought they played baseball in Candlestick as well.
Maybe so. That's the one I went to.
Okay.
Saw Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, very cool.
play for the
Dang.
Reds.
Very cool. So, only the Rams and the 49ers have ever played in their own markets. Rams in Super Bowl 14 played at the Rose Bowl, which at the time was only about 14 miles from the LA Coliseum. And the 49ers played in Palo Alto at the Stanford Stadium, which was about 25 miles from Candlestick Park at the time. So, this is one of those times that we could potentially see Tom Brady also pick up his 7th ring, which he's going to run out of fingers if he keeps playing.
Yeah.
We're not going to see him win.
You don't think so?
No.
Go ahead.
That's
Go
how you
ahead.
feel, man?
Make your bet.
Yeah.
Bet me that you will not shave your beard off, man.
I won't.
I've only had one bet with Zach where he was convinced to shave his beard.
Yeah,
you
because
don't even go to work right now, man. Come on.
I don't physically go to work. I go to work.
Oh my God. Come on.
Yeah. So let's see. Kansas City is 2-1 in the Super Bowl, and their only loss coming to Green Bay in the AFC-NFC Championship game following the 1966 season. That was pre-Super Bowl era.
That's funny. Or I picked on my mom. I was like, "Yeah, you're older than the Super Bowl."
Dang, I didn't even think about that. Dang.
She's like, "Shut up."
Yeah. Let's see. Kansas City hopes to join the Green Bay Packers, Miami Dolphins, Pittsburgh Steelers twice, San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry. I keep doing it.
He want the Giants to be in there so bad.
We're so ready for baseball. That's
Yeah, it's what it is. Look, pitchers and catchers report literally in 8 days. All right. Also, Dallas, Denver, and the New England Patriots, the franchises that have won consecutive Super Bowl championships, defeating San Francisco in Super Bowl 54 last year. Tampa Bay also joins the 5-timer Super Bowl club. Tampa Bay has hosted the Super Bowl 4 times: Super Bowl 18 in 1984, Super Bowl 25 in 1991, and then Raymond James Stadium has hosted number 35 and 43 in 2001 and 2009.
And it's hosted South Carolina beating down the Big Ten at least 4 times.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I like that
Is
stadium.
it the Outback Bowl?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a very good stadium to South Carolina.
Nebraska,
Wisconsin, Ohio State, Michigan.
2018, it just recently got new upgrades, which is what actually classified it in the level of being available to host the Super Bowl. So,
what are the prerequisites for that?
I think it either has to be a new stadium or it has to be an upgraded stadium within the last 5 years.
So Panther Stadium would not be eligible.
Yeah, I don't think Panther Stadium's
Never.
ever
Well, that means
host.
Lambeau wouldn't be eligible either.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, I bet for Lambeau, all they have to do is run extra Cat 5. They'd be like, it's upgraded. It's upgraded.
Can people still make phone calls in here? Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah. Yeah. How's the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Is it good? All right. We're good with it. All right.
It's pumping, ain't it?
It shouldn't matter this year. There can't be that many
How
people
good
going.
could the internet possibly be in Green Bay, Wisconsin?
Well,
Great.
It's
It'll have to
great.
be.
It would have to be really
They have
good.
to put a beacon right there in the middle.
no,
of the
for real.
field.
They'll bring in 10 vans.
Yeah.
Just to pump out
For the
Wi-Fi.
1/3 capacity
You see
stadium.
how we've been doing these buses for the public schools?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sending
yeah.
them out. which is a really good thing. I like that they did that.
Yeah, that is good.
That's pretty cool.
I'm glad they're doing.
We
that
just need to
students.
get Elon's Starlink fired up, and you wouldn't have to worry about none of it.
And just set bomb.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. But explain that Starlink.
Russia. So he has like it's going to be like 48,000, if not more. It's in the thousands of satellites in orbit, and they just launched like 200 and something. But they orbit, and you can get to it and get internet off of it, and it's going to surround the globe. Astronomers don't like it because they get in the way of looking at stuff. Russia is threatening any company and people who use Elon's Starlink.
In Russia.
Yes.
He's threatening Russians.
Yes.
And you do not want to be threatened by Vladimir Putin because
you'll get
you're going to get poisoned in your underpants.
Ricin and
And then you heard the doctor that treated
the guy.
Yeah, Alex whatever.
His political adversary.
Yeah, his political adversary. The guy he's currently got in prison. He's been sentenced to years in prison. His doctor, the guy that treated him here in Russia, has apparently died of potentially
nefarious reasons.
Nefarious reasons. Yeah,
he is really out there like
killing people.
He is scared to. He's not scared to death because clearly, if he was, he maybe would have some sort of insight and said, you know what, maybe I'm not going to kill everybody.
That's
that
why
doesn't
Trump
like me.
was so nice to him, man. Trump like, yo, he could get, if somebody could get to Trump, it's gonna be him. Good God.
Yeah, that's people already think that.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump was afraid of him. I think Trump was afraid that he was going to make him pay him back for all the money.
He's afraid now.
Listen, Vlad,
I thought
you talk funny.
He's like, Vlad, I had him for 8 years, man. I promise. And Vlad probably called him up, was like, hey, you lost. He's like, man, I know, man. But I'm fighting, man. I got Giuliani out there.
Sweating to death.
I got Green out there. She's putting her neck out there for me.
Oh my gosh.
I just made the post president Hall of Fame down here. Like what?
Okay.
The office of former president.
Yeah, the office of former president of the United States. Like, is that an office that you now have to share with all of the living presidents?
Yeah,
I assume you would.
You think he's gonna skip Obama on purpose?
He's gonna skip everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's like starting now.
Yeah. Only presidents that have expired.
From here on.
He expired 1 year in.
So,
and he looks like melted butter.
Yes, I will agree.
That's crazy.
If Kansas City wins tonight, Andy Reid will be the oldest head coach to win back-to-back Super Bowl championships. That's an interesting fact. Tom Brady is playing in his 10th Super Bowl. This is this is 4 more than any other player in the NFL. Only Mike LaDoche of Buffalo Bills and Denver Broncos. He's a defensive tackle. And I'm going to totally muck up this name, but Steven Gostkowski, New England Patriots kicker, recently picked up by the Tennessee Titans. So those guys have each played in 6, and they it's highly unlikely. I mean, shoot, what's his name? Lodish. He's not playing in another one. He's retired.
How many Clemson players are playing in the Super Bowl?
The whole team, basically. What you want to give us?
The whole team. You just came out. You talking out of your
everybody
ass
but Deshaun.
Can you Google that for me?
Nah, it was bullshit. But we got who's that? What's his name?
It's Hopkins or Watson.
Hopkins, Watkins.
Watkins is playing in the Super Bowl.
He the wide receiver for
Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Kansas City. We got Rashad Fenton.
Mm-hmm.
Suck Up is the kicker for Kansas City, right?
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all.
So there's a few Clemson players playing tonight.
Those are 2 South Carolina players.
Yeah, that was South Carolina players.
South Carolina's got some players playing tonight. Mm-hmm. Where's Georgia Tech on that one?
They probably got some linemen in there.
Don't even bother researching.
You know when they do it on tonight, they all say where they're from. The U.
Oh no, my favorite.
Or the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University. Gosh. They have to throw that in just to make sure they don't talk about Ohio State University. Like, is that something different?
Like USC says the real USC,
I mean, because we are.
No, not y'all. California, bro.
No.
The one that got champions.
We were a school before they were even a state.
Whatever. Clearly, y'all wasn't drafting no players or trying to get no players to come from there because y'all.
No, we just took Georgia Tech's best player.
Basically, they take everything from Georgia. That's why they beef so much. They're like, hey, he was on our high school team last year. We were rooting for him.
He broke Megatron's freshman receiving record and stuff. So
it's crazy.
But come on to South Carolina. That's because we didn't draft nobody.
Right.
That is very true.
I mean, recruit anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically like draft. That's how I look at it, man.
Tom Brady is also going to become the oldest player in history to ever play in a Super Bowl at the age of 43 and 192 days. So basically 43 and a half. Matt Stover, Indianapolis, was 42 years old. He played in Super Bowl 54. Here's the problem. And I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Roman numerals kind of throw me off. So I'm having to do the math in my head.
Oh, when they throw the L's in there, I'm done with it.
And look, I wait for the announcers to say which one it is.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, that's
what Super Bowl we on?
Jeff Fiegels played New York Giants, played in the Super Bowl 52, 41 years old, 333 days, so almost 42 years old. Matt Bryant, Atlanta Falcons, played in Super Bowl 41 at the age of 41. And Mike Horan of St. Louis, he played in Super Bowl 34 at the age of 40 and 363 days. So he was almost 41. So,
well, Patrick Mahomes is looking to become the youngest quarterback in history to win multiple.
Back to back. Yeah.
Well, and the big thing is they're saying you don't win Super Bowls back to back in the NFL, and you surely don't win it 3 times.
How many Super Bowls did the New England win back to back?
I don't know.
I think they won 2 at least.
I think it was 2.
Oh no, they definitely won 2.
Or was
Steelers have won more than 2?
Or did they skip a year?
Well, let's not say they skipped. Let's just say that the league didn't let them get to the Super Bowl.
They took a break. The balls got in the way. You know, the deflate gate.
Oh, no.
You had to take a break. You're like, yo, we can't be good this year, guys.
I don't mind Tom
Slack
Brady,
off.
but the Panthers, when we first got to the Super Bowl, got our ass kicked by Tom Brady and the Patriots.
That's true.
Oh, that was a sad watch whenever I was watching.
It was sad when the Panthers went again after going 17-1.
Yeah.
To go into the Super Bowl and just not show up.
That was tough.
Who was y'all quarterback?
It was Cam Newton.
That's right. That's right. I just had flashbacks.
That's when that dude from Texas A&M that played for the Broncos just turned it on.
Yeah.
No. What happened? Cam Newton threw that game, man.
What?
Look.
He's like NFL MVP's enough.
Look. Okay. Exactly. Look, the week before, we're getting back to conspiracy right now. The week before.
Welcome to Trent Zone.
Man, the week before, this man did a backflip in the end zone.
Yeah.
He said he didn't want to bend down and pick up the fumble because he potentially could get hurt. You didn't think about that last week when you did that backflip, sir?
He's like, I knew I could get the backflip.
Like, come on.
He landed it too.
I know.
I mean, Cam Newton was wild, and I couldn't stand him when he first got him.
Bro, he literally looked at you. Seen him look at the ball and was like, "Ain't no way, ain't no way." That's the reason why he dressed so crazy.
I wish he had gotten for it and
He's
gotten
thinking
hurt,
about that
we would have just been done with him a little sooner.
Oh, see, I think a healthy Cam Newton takes their team to the playoffs.
He beats South Carolina every year. You remember?
We played them every other 4 years.
Flashbacks.
It was twice in 1 year.
Twice in one
when we
season.
won the SEC East.
I'm just talking junk, man. I'm just talking junk. I'm sorry. Wow.
Yes, that's why I couldn't stand Cam Newton. I'm like, fuck him. Why is he my quarterback?
Now, if he would have came to South Carolina, ooh.
Yeah, we didn't pay enough.
Yeah,
that's true.
You're right.
That's true.
That is facts. Y'all paid all y'all money with the
checks.
Clowney.
We didn't pay him.
No, Clowney didn't get paid.
Come on, man.
Someone definitely bought him a car.
You don't do 100 and don't get a ticket in South Carolina, bro. You don't do 100
in an SRT8 Chrysler 300.
First of all,
somebody put in a call.
I'm gonna be honest. How does that get up to 100?
Easily.
Where?
It's got like a
on the interstate.
6.2 liter V8.
Yeah.
Wait, who was letting Clowney drive anywhere?
Who's telling him not to drive? You walk up to him and be like, bro, don't get in the car.
Yeah.
What?
Like, I will drag off from Rocky. I will break you. Like, you can't tell him nothing.
I used to see this man downtown, man, and his arms are like at his knees, man. Like it's you don't want to mess with somebody like that.
Hey, sir.
And he's only getting stronger.
Yeah. He's huge now. Like, not only are they long, like he's just like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy, man.
Got a couple baked potatoes under there.
He is a big dude.
But shout out to Connor Shaw for getting a new job.
Yep. He's the recruiting something. I can't remember. But he's also in charge of getting previous players to come back and hang out.
Yeah. Well, Chipper Jones got a new job this week.
He did. He's helping batting, right?
Yeah, he's a batting coach,
assistant or something?
Assistant or consultant or something like that.
You
Yeah.
think people just at home getting bored? But man, I'm about to do something.
Well, Chipper Jones was already working in the office.
I think that Mets fans probably wrote into ESPN and cried if they had to hear one more time.
Honestly, I didn't. I wasn't a huge fan of Chipper Jones but see, I'm not a fan of
his
most
name
ball
used to
players.
ring off. Like, I don't really know a lot about his stats.
He's
but
fantastic.
back in the day, his name used to
First round Hall of
always
Famer.
hear Chipper Jones like all the time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they used to call him the vacuum when he played third because you couldn't get nothing got by him. It was
And I think a healthy Austin Riley is a fantastic third baseman, and he's got a terrific arm and he's got perfect aim. What we need is Austin Riley to stop swinging for the fences. We need Austin Riley in a 6-7 place that just advance runners, just hit behind the runners, and let's get some runs across.
Yeah, Austin, we don't need you to go swinging for the fences. We have Azuna to do that now.
Exactly, man. I was that made me so happy,
That's
and because I kept reading like Azuna wants $100 million, 4 years. He wants 4 years.
He ended
a fifth
up getting
option.
65.
64 something.
But with 65 guaranteed.
Yeah,
with
one more year. So potentially we might have Marcell Ozuna, who even if his stats were just a little bit lower, I'm really happy we have him because he is such a good part of the Braves. Yeah. I mean, like his personality just works with this team. So.
He's always doing the
selfies. Yeah, when he's running around the bases.
Azuna is the man, dude.
He gotta be, man. Just imagine if you had that power at work. Just be like, yo, I'm negotiating I want 100,
I mean,
man.
You have that power at work. I have that power at work.
Yeah, to get fired.
Yeah, right.
I think I need more money. I think you need to go.
I think you need to get up the hell about my office.
I'm gonna need a contract for 4 years.
Stay in your lane. I'm just like.
Last couple facts about this particular Super Bowl. This Super Bowl, currently the series between AFC and NFC is tied, both with 27 wins.
Really?
And and I recognize 27 and 27 is more than 55. It's actually 59. But this Super Bowl 55, there were 4 championships between the leagues that were not part of the Super Bowl era, so they still count them. It's just that this. So both of them we're tied 27-27.
Freaky.
That is weird,
isn't it?
I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't think like they'll both have the same amount of Super Bowls.
Especially when it's, championships. They have the same number of championships,
But that makes it a little bit like, hey, we're going to make sure one person from your side gets it.
It makes it more interesting to me.
Now it's like, I feel like every Super Bowl was rigged, man. 1 year AFC.
Trent, you're coming back at 27 times 2 is 54.
27 times 2?
Yeah.
27 times 2 is you're right. That is 54.
So it's right.
So so this is 55. What did I say? 59?
You said because I was like that's an odd number.
Yeah. No, I messed that up. I messed that up.
And I didn't catch it. You know me, I was over here.
I was just like odd number.
Yeah, that was
that's like my numbers are off, but
I'm glad you were counting.
It's telling me
beautiful mind. It was just like
all the lines.
27. And I'm just like, It's not complicated. There's no triangles and pi and shit.
Yeah, that's my bad. Let's see.
It's an okay mind.
But it's still freaky. We have to see how freaky it is for both sides to be even.
That's because they make it. The NFL is designed that way, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's rigged.
That's the draft, man.
No.
Yes. No. Shittier teams get better draft picks and eventually become better.
Yeah. That's the whole idea.
Well, what happened to Cleveland? They never do.
Well, that's a personnel issue.
No, Cleveland made it to the playoffs this season.
I mean the playoffs.
Playoffs.
The Vikings.
Playoffs.
Every team plays for the playoffs.
Let me speak for my own team then. What happened to the Vikings?
Well,
that's the Vikings.
We always see this is how the Vikings always mess up.
You need Brett
because they always do good.
Nobody likes me.
And then they stop.
Yes.
And it's like
y'all need Jasper and
now we
Casper
can't get
back.
a good draft pick because y'all don't want to be sorry all year long. Y'all want to win some good games.
That's
and
true.
Still,
unless you're the Jets. Although I think the Jets were going for that number 1 and then still did not get it.
Wait, are we
they won enough games. They won more games. They won more games than Jacksonville. So now Jacksonville's going to get a Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. Everybody's sitting back going like, I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to the Jets.
Nobody does.
I don't want to go to the Jets.
Did you see Trevor Lawrence?
This is not even cool.
Trevor Lawrence getting surgery just so he don't have to go.
Is he really?
Well, that's
the rumor.
He is getting surgery though. I did see that.
He is.
He is.
Hold
They're saying
on.
that might slow it down.
Can you give us? That's breaking news.
That is breaking
Trevor
news.
Lawrence is getting surgery to avoid the Jets.
That's how I feel. And I don't blame him, buddy. Nobody wants to play in the cold. Trevor said, yo, you see that snow what they got last week? I'm not trying to do none of that.
I think they should play the Super Bowl in the coldest place the week prior.
Every
year, right? That makes it real football.
Make the Super Bowl be played like in Saskatchewan, Canada, every single season.
Or what was that one year? I think it was the Vikings we played outside against
Minnesota's got a dome now.
But it was like back in the day where it was like, yo, it was crazy, like how they was tracking over the snow. It looked cool.
Yeah.
It looked like it was really hard. Like you couldn't just throw the ball. Like your running back really had to.
And then if you're catching the ball out in the cold,
that's what I'm saying.
That's gonna hurt so bad.
Oh, for sure.
I'm over here like, bro, just toss it to me, bro.
You just
toss it.
You put too much heat on that.
Damn it, Tom.
It peeled my hand skin off.
Oh gosh, that does sound.
That's
painful.
probably the reason why Grunt was like, yo, we about to play in the sun.
I would want one of those. I would need an electric hand warmer.
That's why he moved to Tampa.
Yeah, he's smart, man.
No more cold. Yeah, y'all have the dome, but the snow even took that out. One year.
And then we had to get $1 billion stadium.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we can't get good draft picks right there.
That's it.
We can't pay nobody. We're paying off this damn mortgage on the stadium.
And the way they made the stadium now, it's like the snow could never stay on top of it. So it has to slide off.
It would always slide off. Yeah.
That's the one state I always forget about. Sorry to interrupt.
Which
you.
one?
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, Minnesota.
Until George Floyd.
You know what?
Well, yeah, that. But even there, I don't associate it with that state, right? I'm just like Minnesota. I forget you're a state.
You know which state I forget about? And this happens all the time. Like I know Omaha exists. Nebraska. I forget about Nebraska all the time.
I don't forget about Nebraska just because of Omaha.
If you ask me to write down all the states, I am likely to forget Nebraska.
How many states have y'all all been to? Like, can y'all count how many states you've been to?
I have not been to Alaska, and I have not been to Hawaii. I have. Let me. You know what? Let me think on that because
we can.
I've been to California.
Me too. That's why I said it's states that I switch, but I don't count. I'm technically still going through them whenever I go on a plane.
I count those.
I gotta count that, right?
No. I count those. I count
that
those.
Doesn't count.
I'm not saying I flew over it.
Not,
I drove through it.
Well, I'm saying I flew over
You got to stay.
Okay.
You got to stay at least one minute?
At least a night.
A night? Oh, that's tough.
Or a day.
Okay.
A whole day?
I'm going to...
You couldn't just drive through? You know how many people drive through South Carolina? Like, stop at our mall and keep going?
How much shit do you see, like, going through, like, driving through? You're like, wow,
it depends on which state. Because if it's like Iowa, if it's Iowa, Indianapolis, that's a city, Indiana or Illinois. Like, I've been to Chicago, but I don't claim to have really visited Illinois because I've seen one corn stalk. I've seen them all. So.
I've been to Muncie. I drove to Muncie, Indiana, and I don't even want to say I've been there because I hate that fucking place so much.
So finally, I feel like this has to be said. Only 3 teams have ever lost after leading by 10 or more points in the in the fourth quarter. New England, Tom Brady has defeated Seattle in the Super Bowl 49. New England also beat Atlanta in Super Bowl 51.
Desmond,
that was the
I know he's mad
Super
about
Bowl.
Stop it! I will pinch you.
Could you imagine if you had a bet on that game that night?
Stop. I don't want to talk about it. I am going to control the narrative here. And finally, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes overcame a 20-10 deficit in Super Bowl 54. So these 2 quarterbacks have
done all the winning.
They've done all. Yeah, they've created the situation that should make for an interesting Super Bowl, unless it's completely lopsided.
You reminded me, we cannot count Tom Brady out.
I'm trying to tell you, brother. Then you got AB that's just sitting back there. They haven't really used him because he was hurt.
And he was beating women or something.
Allegedly.
The last thing I'll say, it should also be noted, we are recording this, of course, before kickoff for the Super Bowl.
We are.
Super Bowl 55, by the time you're likely listening to this, is over.
Yes.
And I just want to point out Donald Trump still lost by 7,059,741 votes. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here just in a couple of minutes right after a break, and we'll discuss some more things, including some politics and whatnot. Hey, everyone. I want to take a quick moment to mention one of our new sponsors, thepaintedmoment.com. That's thepaintedmoment.com. Check this out. Have you ever taken a photo with your phone or digital camera that would look amazing as a watercolor canvas painting? Well, now there's a website ready to take your photo and turn it into digital painted moments. This is how it works. Visit thepaintedmoment.com, follow the instructions, and your digital photo will be enhanced and returned to you with links on where you can have an image printed to canvas or whatever else you'd like to do with it. We've already got a couple of these enhanced photos hanging around the house, and trust me, you'll love what comes out. Thepaintedmoment.com. Create a painted moment in time from your digital photos. Thepaintedmoment.com. Seriously, check them out today. Thepaintedmoment.com. We at the All About Nothing podcast want to thank our special sponsor, G.O.T Sound Studio, and its owner and operator, Dominique Stewart, better known as Neek the Geek. G.O.T Sound Studio offers a variety of recording experiences from music, voice, and instrumental recordings and production, as well as podcasts. G.O.T Sound Studio is located in Columbia, South Carolina, and operated by the most talented producer and engineer in the business. G.O.T Sound Studio is a Black-owned business. Bring your recording business needs here. Seriously, you will be exceptionally pleased with your decision. You can find details on their Facebook page or by calling 803-243-2302 or emailing gotsoundsstudio@gmail.com. That's gotsoundsstudio@gmail.com. Registration deadlines are coming up for the Everplay Sports and Social Leagues. February 17th will be the last day to sign up for the 11 offered leagues coming up in the spring season. Tuesday bowling, men's Monday flag football, as well as co-ed Wednesday flag football, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday kickball, including the introduction of the new social same team pitch kickball on Tuesdays and the second season of Wednesday kickball at Lexington County Baseball Stadium or Blowfish Stadium, Wednesday soccer, Sunday and Monday softball, and Monday indoor volleyball, and Tuesday sand volleyball. Also, don't forget the 4th annual Master of Putt-Putt being played at Frankie's Fun Park on March 27th. Deadline for sign-up is March 24th. You can find details on Facebook, Instagram, and everplaysocial.com. All right. So, that, of course, we're talking about the three of us and Neek. We're going to do potentially do our own putt-putt team for this Masters of Putt-Putt.
Just want to let y'all know, man. They call me Lonzo Tiger.
I was talking to him on the phone earlier, and he kept calling himself Tiger. I was like, maybe your son.
I am lost on what the hell y'all are talking about.
Golf, man.
You're not Tiger.
I am Tiger.
No.
What is your skill level at putt-putt? And really, before we get too in-depth into this,
okay,
I want to know.
10 out of 7?
10 out of 7?
Excuse me. If we're saying 1 out of 10, I'm going to call myself a 7.
You're a 7.
I'm a 7.
What do you think your putt-putt skills are?
That's a strong 7, though.
Probably like a 5. I would say I'm not the worst.
I may be a 4. Neek, what do you consider? You can just throw hands up if you want. 10. He's a 10.
He got it from me. Neek didn't pick up golf until me, man. Come on.
Wait, are you talking about you play golf, or are you talking about putt-putt?
But it's two different things.
I used to go to the driving range all the time.
That's driving ain't golf either.
But putt-putt, I'm nasty, man. Don't try me. Hey, Bill, I'm doing a podcast. Don't try
we'll
me,
see.
man.
We'll see.
Don't try me. I might mess. Don't jinx me either, man.
If I beat you, you got to cut a golf ball in half and put it in your forehead.
You're gonna put that in your forehead?
I'm gonna put a big golf ball, drop golf ball right here.
There is the potential that something could go very wrong, and one of us might end up with a golf ball in our cheek.
I hope not. God.
Someone's hitting something way too
aggressive putt-putt I've ever seen.
Did y'all say it's a difference between driving ranges and golf? That's Top Golf. Like, bro, have y'all ever been to Top Golf and like seen people like swing and miss and almost fall out the?
I've never been to Top Golf.
Really?
I'd like to go. I've never been there.
Is that driving range?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
There's one in Charlotte.
There's
one in
Charlotte.
Augusta. Augusta's got one.
Augusta. I think is one coming to. Actually,
nope.
you'll have your chance at the USC Stadium during Masters Week. Top Golf will be in the stadium.
I'll just go shout
They're
out the
actually
Lake Murray driving range. I'll just go over there.
I mean, respect to them.
Are we
But
just
it
going
ain't
to
as
keep
cool.
plugging things? We're gonna wear
I'm
the
just
plug
saying.
bell out.
That's where it was right down the road from my house.
I mean, I feel you.
I did Old Hilton golf range out there.
There's one in Lexington that I'd always drive by.
I like Broad River, the one right beside the interstate.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
That one's pretty cool. A little scenic route.
I used to go there like during lunch.
That's my
I would
dad
go over
used to
there.
take me.
Between us, we know way too many places to go driving golf balls.
That's what
That's
I'm
true.
saying, man. We got to be good at this thing, man. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to admit any higher skill level than a 4.
I
Yeah,
said a
I wouldn't
7.
say more than like a 5.
I
gotta
would say
say
my
7, man.
handicap should be double digits.
If we were doing it on Xbox,
Exactly. I can play the
if we-
mess out of rival golf on my phone.
Oh, rival. I'm talking about Golf Clash. I was about to be like, yo, you
Hot
gotta-
Shots
If
Golf.
you like Golf Clash, man, that's the one.
That is the one. Okay.
That's
Golf
the
Clash
one.
on the
I've-
phone.
Yes.
Yeah, I've played that one.
All right, I'll hit you up on it.
Come on,
and
with it.
we'll play.
I'm telling
You got it?
I will get it. I have had it. But see, here's the problem with playing me in any sports on my phone. It's like I'm really into it for like
Yeah.
a couple days.
Yeah,
Understand.
I wore him out playing baseball when we first
Oh, I
started
was about to be
playing,
like,
and then he
whoa.
kept going.
I did keep going.
And I'm just like, damn. And then I played him, and I couldn't beat him.
Me and I started playing. Like we were
Yeah.
playing against each other. But then it was like I had so many games. Like I had 3 games going with a me at one point. And it was I'd forget, and then the games would disappear, and then
Y'all like pool? Y'all like pool?
Yeah, I know.
swimming.
No.
Oh, the
Billiards?
billiards.
Damn, he tried to play me. He tried to play. That was a black joke. No, damn well, I don't do no pool. Pool is not a sport, Barrett. Pool is not a sport.
I gotta remember that. I forgot you can't swim.
Here's a fact I did not know, and I don't know. We're not even remotely on topic, but okay. So here's a fact I found out.
You can't swim.
You can't swim, really?
No. That's why I look at you crazy when you go on that kayak and that thing flip over. My heart will sink. I'm telling you.
Trent used to come over to my house and swim, but it was just like holding onto the wall in the
Yeah.
deep end.
Yeah.
So if I ever want to beat you at anything, I'll just be like, Trent, let's do a swimming marathon.
Oh, yeah. You got me. I'm gonna say, yo, my hands are tied. My hands are tied.
No, that's how you get drowned.
Yeah.
Why don't you learn to swim?
What do you mean?
Learn to swim.
I can swim if it's an emergency.
That's like I
Yeah.
can run if it's an emergency.
Yes.
It's kind of
the
like
same
it's
thing.
like your face is the only thing out of water. You're like,
I can doggy paddle straight to where I need to go if it need be.
I'm not gonna hate on you for that.
You get what I'm
gonna-
saying?
I'm gonna.
But I'm not one of those
Accept.
people that can get out. Okay, it's some people that can just go to the lake,
Yeah.
and get out the boat
Yeah,
and just
sure.
be cool without a life jacket.
Okay.
Just be
100%.
Like, yo,
I just want to.
I can't do that floating thing.
I want
that
to point
y'all
this
do.
out. No one.
Treading
that-
water, is that what it's
yeah,
called?
treading water. Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is something you have to be taught, and I feel like I never could ever get that down.
Well,
pat.
Trent, this summer we're going out to the lake. I'll grab the empty milk cartons. I'll put them under your arm, and I'll show you how to swim.
That sounds like you're trying to kill me, and I will not be with you this summer.
like
okay?
that was
You take-
almost
hey, look,
like.
you take your daughter out there first, and then
I will.
I
with
feel
the
like
milk
that-
cartons.
I feel like that was.
That's how I learned to swim.
I feel
That's
like
not
that
a
was
smart
premeditated.
decision. Just because you don't have to pass something on, just because that's how
No,
you learn.
you tie a rope to
You
two
learn
ends
from
of it, and you
mistakes.
put it under your arms, and they float behind you.
Are we?
So you learn to tread.
You keep saying milk cartons. Do you mean like gallon milk?
yeah,
containers?
that's what I meant.
Okay.
yeah.
Are you
Milk
putting
jugs.
water in these?
No,
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 they're
the
empty.
air. You close them off. They float.
Oh.
You don't. Yeah.
Okay.
See, when you said milk cartons, I
Yeah.
pictured paper milk
Oh,
cartons.
no.
I'm like, yo, he's trying to weigh me down. Like, you got me out here with milk cartons.
Milk jugs.
I can't even tread water. You want me to?
Gallon milk jugs.
yeah, I wasn't with you on that because the whole time I'm thinking like this is just premeditated
He's
murder.
trying to kill me. I'm over here, yo. He's trying to kill me.
Look, soon the boxes will dissolve, and Trent will have no flotation device.
Damn it.
It was really hard to tie these.
Trent's like, what knot are you using?
Okay.
That's not nautical.
See, this is why I don't play with water. You get what I'm saying? So you probably one of those people that get into the pool and be like, "Yo, man, let's wrestle a little bit." No,
Yeah,
I
I'll throw you in the
hate
water.
that.
Hold on. You are
Don't
two
touch
grown
me.
men. There's no wrestling in the pool
But
anymore.
don't touch me.
I grew up with a pool. You know that.
I understand, but don't touch me. That was the rule back then. This
Don't
is the
splash
rule
me.
now.
Don't splash me.
It
Don't
hasn't
splash
changed.
me.
No, it don't splash. I don't care about the splashing. But if
It's the
don't
touching.
grab me
It's the touching.
when I'm in the water.
Trent, I can just see you at like a pool party and having a great time, and someone pushes you in.
You
and
can't
you're
see
like,
me
"No."
at a pool party. I wouldn't go. What's the point? That's like when black people go to Black Bite Week. You're not going to the beach. You're going to the boardwalk.
So you don't like the beach either?
They don't go to the beach.
Oh, come on now.
I'm just telling you what happens.
You don't know that, Trent. That's
I've
very
been
broad
there.
brush to paint Black Bike Week with.
No, but you got to understand. Okay, it's very few black people that actually go to the beach during Black Bite Week. If they do go, they're not going in the water.
Okay.
The last time I went to the beach, it was Bike Week.
Really?
Which
By
bike
mistake?
Yeah. It wasn't my.
Please
It
tell
wasn't
me this
my
story.
knowing. Gabrielle's dad had rented it. Got
Was
a
it
hotel
Black
room.
Bite Week?
Yeah.
How did Gabrielle react to all the ass on the bikes?
Oh, it was awesome, dude. I was trying to buy one of the T-shirts.
Barrett. Literally, they're wearing thongs.
I was trying to buy a
On the
T-shirt, and
bikes.
Gabrielle was like, "No," and it had the chick in a thong on the bike, and it was like shittily drawn. And I was like, "I need this shirt," and Gabrielle's like, "No." I'm like, "Dude, yes, I need this." She wouldn't let it. She wasn't having it.
That's funny.
She was like, "There's an ass on your shirt." I'm like,
Damn,
"Yeah."
tell Gabrielle's dad to look that up, man. It changes every year because
I don't know what the it wasn't any different. There
it's
was
a very
shitload
popular
of people.
time when you're supposed to go to the beach. It's like in May or something.
It was a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Other
See,
than that, it was
I'll be
fine.
completely honest. The only time I really want to go to Myrtle Beach is when there's probably no one there, like off season. And not just because I don't want to pay very much to go, but I am not a fan of Myrtle Beach.
And then on top of that, let me tell you something. This is how I know what my statement was earlier. He was like, I can't paint that picture of black people not going to the beach. White Bite Week is the week before.
Yeah, usually.
They do not change up the traffic direction
No, you're
That's
right.
true.
They don't.
for White Bite Week.
That is very true.
Black Bite Week, they make everybody go
Around,
one way.
Yep.
That's how I know everybody is not on the beach. They are in their car or driving.
I'll tell you
that's
this:
very
I don't
on the
care
bike.
if it's White Bike Week, Black Bike Week, Latino Bike Week. Fuck it, I'm not going to
don't think that's a
Mustang
thing,
Week
is it?
or Mustang Week. I'm not going to
They
none
got,
of them.
Tennessee, like I was trying to tell y'all, like back in whenever we went, it was like we booked the trip, but I didn't know they had like a little Tennessee, car show thing, and they took up all the parking spots.
Oh, yeah.
That happened when I went to Muncie, Indiana. They took up every hotel room.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to go to anything. I'm not going to go any place that encourages
A
any
gathering.
massive gathering of people.
But isn't that all the cool spots, Barrett?
No.
What is a cool spot? I don't.
The only
I've never been
42 years
I've
old.
never been to Aspen.
I don't.
We
See,
went.
should I go there?
Gabrielle and I went to the
yes,
beach. With,
absolutely. Aspen is beautiful.
But I hate cold.
But you can go.
Oh,
Okay, so
man.
you can go to Boulder in the summer. Colorado is a beautiful place to go, and it's not one of the states
You
that I
can
don't think should
snowboard.
be a state.
And I can smoke.
And you get
That's
snowboard.
true.
You don't want to go to Aspen though.
No, Aspen in the summer is kind of
That's
like
Is that overrated?
Snotty people are like
go to Colorado Springs or go to Boulder.
Okay.
Like go. I mean, and
See, I'm
I
trying to
don't
do
know.
different things this
You
year.
can go to Virginia and North Carolina. Go into the snow in the mountains.
Are you
and
talking
stuff.
about wanting to go skiing?
I think I want
Do you wanna try it?
I wanna
Okay.
try it.
Try snowboarding. You'll love it.
Do try
I
go
think
to
they do snowboarding like is it like a battle between snowboarding and skiing?
it just does not sound like a legitimate battle.
I
Like if you see a
instantly-
Disney
snowboarder
Channel
and a
made it that
skier-
way. Remember
Yeah.
Johnny Tsunami?
I-
They made it
well-
look- remember Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we
Yeah.
live our lives by Disney Channel.
Got to. That's how we know where we were at that point in time. Like, what did Disney have on?
No,
That's back when Hillary Duff was still on there. Lizzie McGuire.
no, legitimately, Cataloochee is a great ski resort in North Carolina. You got Snow Beach is a good one, but like and you can go out there and you can rent the equipment and you can try it out.
Yeah.
And they have
that.
small slopes, so you don't have to worry about.
I'll tell you this: Hunter went and got some
Pain.
skis, and I was like, "No, I'm snowboarding." Hunter was on them skis for like an hour and a half, and said, "Fuck it." Went back and got some snowboard.
I have never snowboarded. I am much better skier than I am snowboarder.
See,
I've
that's
never.
crazy.
No, I don't even know how good of a snowboarder I
I don't-
am. I've never tried it.
I don't mean to like brag, but I'm pretty good at it. I was like a natural.
So you saying you like a 7?
yeah,
So you are as good at
Yes.
snowboarding as he is at
good
putt
call.
putt.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
We'll bet something then, brother.
Yeah. Bro, I grew a pair out there on the mountain, man. I was like,
Bet your beard that I'm better than you.
It's weird, guys. It's real weird.
How do you accommodate for that?
It's listen,
Do you have
Calvin
to man
Klein
stretch
is my friend.
everywhere?
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself from the
I
frizzle
watched
drizzle?
RuPaul's drag show and figured out how to tuck. You had to tape it back.
So you have to tuck two of them.
Oh my God. Just like we got to tuck 2 masks now. It makes sense. Did y'all now know? Fun fact. Give me a little ding ding. Now in Charleston, you have to wear, if you're downtown, you have to wear 2 masks or they'll give you a $100 ticket.
Seriously. How can they tell if you're not wearing 2 masks?
I'm trying to understand that too. So I asked the buddy that told me that. I was like, so are they going to turn all the meter maids into like mask ordinate?
They could.
People?
I mean, they could. But see, if this is what it takes to get people to wear masks, because
then do it.
That's the thing that really
You
bugs me.
said then do it?
Yeah.
The thing that bugs me the most about people that won't wear masks is they keep their argument is that they don't want to wear masks because they are told that they have to, so they don't. And then it's like, but why does it? No one's going to tell you have to.
Yeah.
If you just do it.
I mean, only time they tell you have to when you're walking into a store and the lady's going to ask you nicely,
yeah,
sir, can you please put a mask on? Or
And then
ma'am,
you show your ass or something.
Yeah.
Like I seen, it was somebody that walked into a store today and it was like, can you please put your mask on? And the guy was like,
It's in your fucking pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have it. No, and
Son of a bitch.
And you know the worst part is a lot of these stores actually have masks that they will give you.
Okay, Barry, I'm so glad you said this. I've been needing to get on these corner stores for this.
When you say corner store, you mean one of our convenience stores.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, where you get gas at.
The corner
Because
pantry.
you got a sign that says no mask, no service.
Right.
But like you just said, they're selling masks.
Yeah.
No,
So
sometimes
you
they're
can
not even
still
selling them.
You can still give service. So don't say that.
If
No
you go to
mask, no
Costco without a
service.
mask, they will ask you to put a mask on. If you say, "Oh, I don't have a mask," they will literally hand you a free, paper mask.
Walmart
paper,
too.
But
They give you the blue mask.
They do.
There's somebody at the door. Yeah. Any Walmart.
I haven't been during this whole pandemic.
See,
to a fucking
see,
Walmart
that's crazy
or-
that you said they do. Because that lets me know you have not been out the
Yeah.
house.
Dude, here.
that's it.
If I get COVID, I'm gonna look at all of you.
Gabriella, let the man live.
He's doing. It's his choice.
just playing,
I don't
man.
play
I'm
no
playing.
games,
And
man.
the fact that we live in a time period that you could do that, not
Yes.
go out anywhere.
But that's good though. That's good.
I mean, I
Just
think
bought
that's
me a Cat
fantastic.
8 Ethernet cable.
I thought you was talking about a new cat. I was like a Cat 8.
yeah.
What is that?
I joked with somebody. I joked with a friend at work. She was talking about how she just got her 3rd cat or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, so we've given up on dating."
Oh yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
This is where it starts.
Once you get 3 and up with cat, you become officially a cat lady at 3.
man, yeah. If you got 3 cats, so you got
You're a cat
something's going on.
Oh, you've committed yourself
You're
to a life of
alone.
loneliness.
You're like, my children don't love me.
Hey, you know somebody coming in your house ain't gonna stay.
And then the cat still doesn't show you no affection. You're like, meow.
I have one cat, and I'm like,
Yeah,
too much.
If you've ever listened to the podcast on our YouTube channel, well, no, was it YouTube or Facebook? I guess was when we were on Facebook.
Yeah.
You could see Zach's cats show up sometimes.
I love her to death, but she's decided that she can come into my lap whenever, no matter what I'm doing,
Right.
holding the baby, anything.
Oh yeah,
It's just, I love her to death, but you give me some.
That was
freaking
one of
It's
those
because
space.
you scratch her the way she likes to be scratched.
I'm her person. She's like imprinted on me or whatever.
that was one of those things I feared about having kids, was because at the time I still had a cat.
Mhm.
And having infants, and one of the things that I feared was the idea that the cat was going to jump up into
The crib.
That's
and then,
always been a fear of mine.
and like the cat's gonna. But like in my head, I'm trying to picture anytime the cat comes close to my face. I don't have a cat anymore, by the way. But anytime
Dang,
the cat
after
comes
the
close to
kid?
my fate, like I went through
Okay.
I went through three or four cats, and not like
Oh,
all
so
at
you were a
once.
cat man?
I'm
No,
a cat
not all
dude,
at the same
man.
time.
I can't stand dogs anymore.
Really?
I got one, and I can't. I love him, but I can't stand
First
him.
of all,
I just
your
can't
dog is
stand
not a real
dogs.
dog.
No, he's not.
You probably can't stand dogs because you've always had a dog around you.
I'm done with
whole
them.
life.
I just like they're either loud or messy or gonna chew something.
It's true.
It's just it's so much. Like it's so much.
Dogs are one of those animals that they make people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like if you have a dog, somebody's gonna come up to you and be like, "Hey, let me talk talk to you.
When I had a dog,
you get what I'm saying?
I wasn't.
what kind of dogs did I have, Trent?
Oh, a Great Dane. Then you had
That's a dog.
You had three. You had 3 terriers.
That's borderline horse, but that is a dog.
That's the only kind of dog I'll go get again.
A terrier?
No, a bulldog. I mean, a bulldog. A Great Dane.
I feel like if you could mistakenly say terrier or terrorist.
Are you hearing this, Barrett?
Yeah, I heard him.
This man said I'll go get a Great Danes. Feel like they're small dogs. So if you got a problem with the cat walking up on your that dog is gonna be
He want, like I look and I get trash talk all the time whenever I say this, but I am constantly saying if I get another dog, I want a dog. I don't care what the gender is. I don't see gender.
I don't care about the gender of the dog either.
I want a dog that I can name Ted Williams. I want to name my dog Ted Williams.
Why?
I'll be like, come here, Ted Williams, because he was one of the greatest hitters in all of baseball history. Forever.
I don't look.
And
I don't
his
like
head
when
is
people,
frozen somewhere.
I don't like when people name animals with people names.
Really?
Like, this is Philip. Your dog's name's not Philip. I'm not calling your dog. That's my dog, Phil.
Speaking of people and dogs, how do you feel about? Do y'all feel like dogs should have a choice?
What?
No.
Choice of what?
Do you think it's a bad idea to neuter or spade your dog?
Oh,
no, you got to.
you have to. I am of the belief that I got this dog. This dog should not have more dogs. So a dog shouldn't be
pro-choice?
Dog?
No. Are we concerned?
Shut up, Trent. You ain't that woke. Ain't nobody that damn
I'm going to say this.
I wanted to see how woke y'all were.
A dog can't even tell time. Like, why are we concerned about whether a dog wants to have more dogs?
There wouldn't be dogs without people. They get no decision in what it is.
Here, I'm going to say this. Some of these people that are breeding dogs need to be spayed or neutered.
Yes.
Because
puppy
there
mills
are
and shit.
there are dogs that we have bred into existence, like the English Bulldog, which is a beautiful dog, and absolutely, I think that the ones that exist now should be cherished, but we have got to stop breeding these dogs.
Yeah. What, the English
Bulldog? They
Bulldog?
have such miserable lives.
Yeah, they do.
You can't breathe.
Pugs are the same way. We've bred these dogs into existence. These are not dogs that would exist if it weren't for the fact that humans were like, I need that thing to fit in my purse.
Dogs wouldn't exist.
I want something that can't jump on my leg. Like and I'm not saying that that's the decision that they made when they said, I'm going to breed this tiny dog with this tiny dog.
That's basically what they're saying.
Well, basically, they got these domesticated wolves thousands of years ago,
right? And
they kept saying like, I want it to be this color, or this one has a really loud bark. We want more loud ones. But these two are loud. Make them have babies. We're gonna have loud babies.
I just and the people that do own English bulldogs or French bulldogs and things like that are wonderful people that take very good. The ones that I know take very good care of their dogs and cherish these dogs. I just wish people would stop breeding them because it is such a miserable existence if they're not in a family that is going to treat them the way that the people I know that have them.
So Zach, you want that mini Great Dane?
No. I'll tell you what's funny is I was watching the movie.
A mini Great Dane? It still weighs 80 pounds.
That's like Jazzy was a mini boxer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There was I was watching Ferdinand.
Jazzy was the best.
With my daughter. I was playing just whatever movie.
Yeah.
And
Disney Plus.
There's these horses in there. And he's like, your parents weren't even related. Like as like a comeback to the bull. And I was like, that's so sick.
Oh, Disney let one slip by there.
Oh, dude, Peyton Manning is one of the bulls.
Is he?
Yeah,
really?
And he thinks he won like the thing for the Matador, and then he's in the thing. He's like, yeah, I won, and they close it, and he's going to the chop shop to get eaten, and his head's right above a thing where here's the sirloin and all this stuff. I'm like,
that's
Peyton
horrible.
Manning would. I could totally see him getting painted into a corner like that.
That's horrible.
I was like, only Peyton Manning could pull this bull off.
Oh.
Like, it was so funny.
He could pull the bull off.
Oh God, come on!
I
know you got a segue for that.
Low blow.
Hey, Trump's getting impeached. His impeachment trial starts on Tuesday.
Yeah,
just to get back in line.
Hopefully the checks get here before that.
No, it's going to be mid-March. I think mid-March before we see those $1,400.
They said they're going to do the cutoff, like start depreciating at 40,000.
No.
That's what the Republicans want.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
they're pushing for 50.
Infuriated.
They're pushing for 50.
They better 50 because that's cutting the line right there.
But even when it's 50 is going to be like probably like you probably won't even get that much.
No, 50 you get all of it, and then it starts going down.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it starts
yeah,
going
that's
down,
right,
fades
right,
out to like what at 70 or something.
I think
75.
they said 70. So I was thinking before, I was like 40. Like when the times it gets to me, they're gonna send me like a $20 check. I'm fucking pissed off. Like, come on.
Well, beginning Tuesday, Donald Trump's second impeachment trial will start in the Senate. Belief is that the second trial will end the same as the first, so Trump will probably be acquitted. They won't get the 67 votes, the 17 additional Republicans necessary in order to actually hold him accountable for his actions. Trump is facing impeachment on one article of inciting a crowd on January 6th, intending to stop the congressional certification of the 2020 election. Democrats prosecuting the trial will attempt to show that this was planned out by Trump and members of his administration and campaign. And Trump's lawyers will argue that the procedural facts of the impeachment are not constitutional. This is an argument that will fall short, as one of the fathers of their party, who initially drafted the Senate rules, Democratic Republican Thomas Jefferson, he wrote the rule that stated that the Senate must immediately proceed with the trial after the impeachment has been handed over by the House. Jefferson wrote nothing further about unless the so impeached is no longer in office.
Unless
they don't feel like it.
He did not state that you did not have to follow through with an impeachment unless, or you have to follow through with an impeachment unless he really, really is in denial of his role. Or he also did not write that the impeachment did not have to go through if he really believes the election was really, really stolen from him. So, because there are no amendments to what Jefferson stated.
I really, really believe it.
Yeah.
I really believe it was stolen.
Well, that was why he fired he and the first group of lawyers for this impeachment trial all bailed, was because they wanted to argue the constitutionality of the impeachment after he leaves office, but he wanted them to argue that he really did win and that it was stolen. Which, why is that? At this point,
because they knew it was a guaranteed L if that's the route they went. Right?
Of course.
So,
well, but it's a guaranteed loss for the Democrats anyway. These Republicans are so weak, and in Senate are so weak and so scared that Trump has the power to be able to increase the possibility that someone is going to primary them. Like that his voice, which there isn't one, unless there's apparently a new social network called Gap.
Right?
What is it?
Buy one? Trump just bought like something new.
It's
some form of media.
Join me on Trumper, where you can Trump.
It's something like that.
I gotta look it up.
It's like
Gab. It's called Gab. And the only ones that I can see on Gab, I have not signed up for this thing yet, but the only ones I can see on Gab, like literally the first page, is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Literally, all I'm seeing is Marjorie Taylor Greene. I have scrolled past 20 of these. Literally, look, it is Marjorie Taylor Greene all the way down the list.
That bitch was right up on that.
This is crazy.
So how many people?
That's the bottom. I reached the bottom of Gab. It was all Marjorie Taylor Greene.
How many people voted against her?
Voted against her?
Republicans. It was 11, right?
11 of them.
So we need 17 for the impeachment, right?
Yes.
So you don't think we can get?
I have a hard time believing.
That's
in the House.
Oh, okay.
That's a bigger ask.
So here's the thing: in the Senate, typically, whether you're Democrat, in the Senate, typically Democrats and Republicans are more moderate because they represent the entire state that they come from. In congressional districts, you represent a very specific location. The fact that you had 11 Republicans vote to remove Greene from her committee assignments, the fact that you had those votes was because the Liz Cheney, she basically and Liz Cheney and McCarthy basically said, vote your conscience. And when you vote your conscience, that should be it. Here's the thing. It was anonymous. Yeah. And you only had 11. Yeah. These people ran for their lives. Yeah. When people came into, when these terrorists came into the Capitol, like they ran for their lives. And this woman represents a lot of what that belief structure is that houses those people.
And she played it like it wasn't.
Of course.
All she did was pull harder on the strings of her martyr. I've been forgiven. That's what I thought before I got here. No, you psychopath. You clearly still think that shit.
Exactly. It was right before she got elected. She was still liking things on Facebook about it.
And you're going back and deleting tweets so no one has any.
And you're still literally having phone calls and meeting with the guy that incited that group. Like, and McCarthy did the same thing. McCarthy went down there to Mar-a-Lago and had lunch or dinner with Trump. So, I can't wrap my head around how do these Republicans think that this is going to turn out in 2 years?
Because they think he's going to win. They think he's going to have
QAnon thinks that Trump is going to be sworn in as president on March 4th.
Yes, they do.
In Washington, D.C., Trump's hotel has raised the rates on rooms surrounding the March 4th date because these people literally think that he is going to be sworn back in as president on March 4th.
He's making so much money off of these people, man. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what, if they start coming to the Capitol again on March 4th and like protest outside, boot better meet ass quick.
Well, what happens if legitimately, let's say somehow we find 16 or 17 Republicans to vote in line with the Democrats to hold Trump accountable for his, what I believe are crimes. Let's say we do potentially find those 17 that vote along and we actually have a convicted impeachment of a president. What happens to QAnon believers that now know, because essentially they're going to add an amendment to the conviction that Trump will no longer ever be able to hold a public office, a federal public office. He can run for governor of Florida. He can't run for Senate. He can't run for Congress. But what will these QAnon people do when they go, he can't, like, do they just believe the military is just going to put him in place? A military that doesn't respect him anyway, because he makes these false claims about how there was no real military before he got elected anyway.
I don't think Donald Trump will ever go to be like a governor.
I think he's eventually. Honestly,
he'll never do
governor of Florida.
He wouldn't, because you can't go from being a president to the governor. Like, he's not going to feel that same power.
I could see that,
but he's not going to feel that same power he had before.
If he rules Florida, he would be king of the
craziest place on earth.
Yeah, like the circus state.
Like I feel bad that Disney is in Florida. Like.
No, you don't. We gotta get Disney, man. They laid off 30,000.
But you know what? I think that's temporary. I think we're gonna see a lot of those people come back when things go back to normal.
I don't even care. You shouldn't have laid them off.
Well,
if you don't,
y'all have the money to pay them.
That's probably
Disney
true.
has the money off of the Black Panther.
Well,
alone.
That was $1 billion movie.
Alone.
I'm just thinking how much money does 32,000 make up? And because they saw a growth, that's the biggest
been that
issue.
much.
They had like one of their biggest growths ever for some reason within 2020. And I don't know how much 32,000 people make that would boost them up that high.
Well, and you're not talking
32,000 probably getting paid 32,000 as far as
32,000 times 32,000.
Yeah, basically.
It probably isn't a whole lot of money that they saved.
That's what I'm saying.
Again, I think
but that's like minimum 32,000, like
$64,000.
We got to remember, though, that these are restrictions that were placed on Disney, on Universal, that the state had to enforce because COVID was going crazy. That's how much? What, 1 point?
That's $1 billion, right?
Yeah, it's $1 billion.
They got that.
They do.
They got that.
I don't
Disney
disagree.
Plus is getting them that.
Oh my gosh, I'm not sure about that. We got 4 minutes left.
$7.
I will ask.
Dang, we're not talking about Coca-Cola today, huh?
What do you want to talk? We can talk about Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Trent.
Go for it.
Are we going into the Trent zone where we suspend all logic and reasoning?
No. Coca-Cola did like a really big thing. Like, they said, like,
no Super Bowl ads.
All lawyers,
right?
All lawyers have to be. I think they have to deal with. It can't be all white lawyers, basically, if you're going to deal with Coca-Cola. And if they find out that your the attorneys that you hire aren't. Like,
so this is more than affirmative action. It's like a step farther. Farther.
Oh yeah. A lot of people on 103.5 are having a really tough time believing what Coca-Cola just did. A lot of people said I'm never drinking Coca-Cola again.
That is just asinine.
Coca-Cola is a talk about this next week. But
Coca-Cola is a publicly traded company. Okay,
yeah.
We can all own stocks in it,
100%.
which means that anyone in this country can own stocks with it. If Coca-Cola makes a decision that they want to have representation, that
diversity,
diverse
what
representation,
they were thinking since Coca-Cola is one of the biggest companies, like you just said, they said this will trickle down to all.
I hope
everybody.
It does.
I do too.
I legitimately hope it does.
I do too.
I think these companies, if affirmative action isn't going to hold some companies credible, then the big companies that are already diverse. I don't know what the diversity level of Coca-Cola is, but it's housed in Atlanta. I would suspect that it's probably pretty diverse.
People.
For sure.
But
I mean, I don't know.
If a big company,
I've been to the Coca-Cola factory, but I've never
I love that
seen
place.
like the actual people that work for Coca-Cola.
Why did we never go to Atlanta? Like whenever you, me, and Nick were doing shows, we never went down that way.
It's a big city.
I don't know.
That was random. We went to Charlotte.
We went to Charlotte and Orangeburg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those are two different levels.
Yeah.
No, Orangeburg. Yeah. Orangeburg.
You don't look at Orangeburg and go, man, look at those skyscrapers.
We played that one club with the only other white guy. Trent's like, go get your dude. He's out here. And the only other white guy was this like 80-year-old man creeping in that club.
Oh yeah. In the cut. Like, bro, what you doing?
Wearing
here?
like his plumber jacket, like he just got off work.
he
This man was like white haired, just what are you doing, sir?
But yeah, we can get more into depth with that. So I thought that was one of the topics, but we can always get to it next week, man.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll include Coca-Cola. Next week, of course, we did not do the abortion talk this week because we don't have any female representation here.
I was actually going to play a woman and be like, hey, this is what I think.
Oh,
but Bear was like, it's a really bad idea.
I think that's a terrible idea. If we can't,
if you were going to Kids in the Hall,
if you won't let Zach do blackface, I think you pretending to be a woman is probably
all right. Don't act
idea.
like I've been asking to do blackface. Jeez, I've never even brought it up. But now that it's on the table,
totally in, huh? I will ask before we get out. Have you watched this week's WandaVision?
Yes.
What do you feel? And you know what? Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah. So they brought in Quicksilver.
Yes.
That blew my mind. That means X-Men are coming, baby.
They brought in Foxverse Quicksilver.
I told you that's how they said people don't know how to watch TV no more. You was mad at WandaVision 3 weeks ago.
No,
you were mad.
Oh, absolutely. Those first 3 episodes were horse shit.
They had to lead you up to it. They couldn't just give it to you.
Will Wheaton agrees with me that the show was garbage before it started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey man,
most people are like, this show is shit.
They said people forgot how to learn to watch TV.
No.
You forgot, man. You're so used to it being coming quick.
That's such an old man argument, right? You began to watch TV. Why don't you move with the times, bastard? Like, come on.
I will say, I was excited to see Pietro Quicksilver. Basically, Magneto's son shows up, and which I believe
was Wanda Magneto's child too?
Yes, they were twins.
They were twins, but there's also they got created at the same time. There's 2 different Genesis stories for them.
Well, regardless, he having Peter, I can't remember what his last name is.
Maximoff.
Well, Pietro, but no, I mean the actual actor.
Oh yeah.
If you don't understand what we're talking about, essentially, they have brought in Quicksilver from the Foxverse of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, if you watch the Young X-Men, the new class, first class.
Yeah, but he came in the movie, which was
the one before Apocalypse.
Yeah, it was. Oh crap!
Magneto builds the Sentinels.
Yes.
Where the whole scene is where they go to rescue Magneto and he runs through the kitchen and he's like,
it was fantastic,
moving like pots and pans and knives and bullets and stuff to like hit people and stuff. He's excellent. He's way better than Aaron Taylor Green.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, like that guy was awful. Gabrielle can't even remember him.
Yeah.
He was like,
it was very short-lived.
Yeah, they killed him.
Yeah, he was in Avengers Ultron, and he was at the end of crap. What was it? Captain America.
Civil War?
No. The one before that. The Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. So
he was in Winter Soldier?
He was in the credits. They showed the 2 of them in the cells, basically. She was practicing her magic and he was running around.
I don't buy that they're giving her the most powerful Avenger title, talking about you could beat Thanos. I'm like, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Well, you know.
They almost beat Thanos.
She is legitimately one of the most powerful mutants in the X-Men universe.
Mantis almost beat Thanos.
Yeah, that's true.
If it wasn't for Peter Quill.
Yes, he messed that up. And we can debate that all day long because there are people that don't believe that she could have done it. But Mantis is extremely powerful as well.
Just Vulcan mind melding with him and doing it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Fellas, okay, Super Bowl prediction. Last time.
Chiefs.
Oh, Tom Brady, baby.
Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is also going to pull it off because he has the ability, and
Edwards Eclair.
Gazelle has talked about this before. He has the ability to come from behind.
Shave your arm hairs if you lose.
Trent, shave your mustache.
Okay, if I lose.
I'm not shaving my arms. I'm not making a bet.
Come on, man.
No.
Just shave your arms.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, here. All right, you don't have to shave anything. A lashing.
Yeah, we're gonna get the cat of nine tails out.
Fellas, thanks for joining me for another podcast. I want to remind you that if you are listening to us, please, whatever podcast platform you're on, subscribe. If you can rate and review, do that. Found out this week apparently that a couple of the podcast platforms don't actually have that ability.
Well, like us and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah,
hit that little like button. Ain't that what it says?
Like,
scroll up,
leave some
right
comments.
Here.
Yeah,
you're gonna hit the button right down here.
What do they say? Smash
make it
that
happen,
like.
Barrett. Yeah, smash that like button.
Smash the like.
That like.
Thanks, guys. Want to thank, of course, Neat the Geek, engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. And to book any studio time, you can call 803-243-2302, or you can email gotsoundstudio@gmail.com. 2 hour minimum on booking. You can find details on Facebook. Just search for G.O.T. Sound Studios. Thank you very much, everybody. Y'all have a great week. We'll do it again next week. And at that point, we'll know who won the Super Bowl and whether or not Zach's going to take a beating.
With a wet pool noodle.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for listening.
Have a week.